guys.
Hi.
It's morning, yeah? Good morning. Hi. Hi. Yeah, so my name is Lynn, and more to answer your question, I started creating content on YouTube in 2014. So there are some videos of mine that are really private, but I did get into YouTube in 2013. So I think it's around 9 years now since.
Some of you guys were in Primo. One thing that you guys don't know about LYNN, 2018, when I went on YouTube, she had 2 videos. The ones that she's saying she's hidden. Those are the videos that made me start talking about business. So I went on YouTube and I was searching how to start a business in Kenya. She had 2 videos. I had 21 subscribers, and I wanted to just be like her. And here we are.
Just like me.
Miguel, tell us about your story.
Hi everyone. For me it's similar to what Lynn is saying. I started YouTube, putting the video public. This was in May 2017. But initially I had started like the channel in a bit February there. So I was just posting videos. I was the only viewer. So I didn't get a lot of criticism. But yeah. Going live, I can say May 17, 2017. Yeah.
Awesome. How about yourself?
Hi guys. I started YouTube about 2016. I first started as a makeup artist, so my first video was naturally beauty related, and yeah, just transitioned since then.
And now, Rosina, najua uko na 600K. How did you start?
Yo. Hi guys. Hey, niaje? Kunywa chai nini? Hey, jamani. Mko sawa? So, mimi nilianza kienyeji. At that time, I was doing Facebook videos. I was posting videos on Glam Live. That is why I started posting videos on Glam Live. And nikitumia my 2 products from the boys. Yeah. So nikianza kupost huko tutorials pole nikaanza kuambiwa open a YouTube channel, please. Tunataka kuona vile unafanya makeup yako. You know? And that is how I opened my YouTube channel. And then I posted my first video 2017 December. Eyebrow tutorial. Na kuna mtu alikuwa anaona eyebrows, kila mtu alikuwa anaona hapa. Usiku anajua anaona. But yeah, that was my first video. I have never deleted it from YouTube. It always reminds me of where I come from.
And I think that's really important because many of us want the quality that some of the people have here on stage when you're starting out. Each one of you has a phone, most likely a smartphone, and you're recording this. That's your first device. And that's how the people on stage actually started. And I don't want to mention who, but she still has that phone that she started with. And that goes to show you that you can actually find a community online, no matter what you have at that time. Usione, Canon C100, and then red camera, $10,000, and then you think that's what you need. You need to actually start. So I'll go to Abosha. I know you'll tell us the name of your community. How has it been growing this particular community?
The name of the squad is Slay Squad. It started, jokes too, and it's a name, I guess it started out when people used to say they were slaying their eyebrows or something. Then I just kept the name since. There was a time I tried to change it and they're like, no, we still want to be the Slay Squad. So we've remained as the Slay Squad. Growing the community has been pretty interesting because for me, I didn't wake up and decide I wanted to be a YouTuber. My story is a bit different, whereby I think I've told it a million times, you guys probably know it. But my first video, I wasn't posting it for the public, I was posting it for my friend to see. Then it ended up getting shared so many times and I ended up getting a lot more requests, and that's how I continued doing YouTube. So I guess the community has just grown gradually. And naturally, I've been trying to just really evolve. My content, I think, has evolved with myself and what I like doing. So that's just how we've come up.
And the gentleman with me on stage, your group also has a name. And I think what was really interesting was he had so many of his subscribers come in to do his intro. So what's the name of your community?
Wagwan Nairobi, Wagwan Kenya, Wagwan Timikelo. So anyway, the name of the community is Timikelo. Just from my name, Wakubwa Miguel. I remember there's a time we were somewhere and someone said there's an island called, I think it's Pierre and Mikelo. So from that time, everyone started calling me Mikelo, and that's the community name. Yeah.
Awesome. I know makeup artists, they watch you and they want to see this particular. You even have a video that is 6.1 million views now. So how have you been able to grow your community, Rosina?
Well, when I started, I was speaking in Swahili a lot when I started doing YouTube. The very first videos were Swahili based. And then, I don't know how, I cannot tell exactly when it happened, but then I started getting viewership from especially West Africa, and they kept commenting on my videos. We do not understand what you're saying. Could you kindly, speak in English? And then I started speaking in English, doing tutorials the way I did it. I think I am followed because of how detailed my videos are. Because I do videos for the normal woman. I don't have to use expensive makeup. I don't use expensive brushes. How I explain it as if I am just talking to me. When I started doing makeup as well. Because when I started, I did not have money for expensive makeup. So I started using what I could afford at the time. So I started doing Muitu products for the people who use Muitu. And then eventually I started going from Muitu. I bought one original drugstore size in an expensive kidogo,
Nice. LYNN, how has your experience been trying to grow your own community?
I think for every person, especially a beginner, it's never easy. It's one thing for you after you have like 400k subscribers to say, ilikuwa rahisi. You say hakuna rahisi, but I always like what Rosina said, simplicity, right? So I looked around and I'm like, there are so many people, common. I call my audience my people. And I'm just looking around my friends at the kiosk, Mamboga, and you go there and they have nice stories, and you're like, why am I not seeing this on our mainstream media? It's like every time you have people, they are on rotation, right? I saw this person in this station, you see them in this station again. So I was just like, well, we have deep stories. So it was actually, I loved the fact that when you go, by the way, I think all of you guys, you can go to Mama Kiosks, right? And unajua wanakuanga na stories, si ndio? Leo hata sijauza sana, lakini mtoto wangu alifukuzwa sijui. But when you dig deep, there's a reason this person started this business. And even if they are not successful, or given what we call success, you feel like they have a story. So growing it was just more of, I'm passionate about telling these people's stories. So are you okay telling your story? Inspire someone at the end of the day, because I know we cry. But I know you guys, we cry on the stories. But then at the end of the day, there's always something you can learn. So when I started, honestly, I did not think it was going to be a hit, if I might call it so. But when you do something and you're passionate about it, you're not, the numbers don't get into your head, right? You are just doing it because even when with you and your team, you see it and watch, you are like, this was amazing. After, especially when the guest calls you and they are like, I'm watching myself right now, I can't believe this person is calling me, this person is calling me, this person is calling me. That's the satisfaction. So to everyone, especially growing it is not easy. I know here everyone is a creator, but then you have something in your hands, and even if you want to be a bit biblical about it, is what's in your hand, what are you holding, what is it that you guys have in your hand that you can use. It's never easy, but is it possible? Absolutely.
And I think, just to piggyback on what she's saying, when we are starting off, we usually feel like, how did I just get 10 views? Huh? Why are people not watching my stuff? In fact, and you have done 2 videos and you want 100 views, you want 1,000 views. This is what I'm telling you. Every view is a human being.
Sorry though, we just being real, right? Because I've done it. How many have done like, 2020, hey. You see that's fear. And I always tell people, what you are ashamed of, what you look at, you look at yourself and you're like, I'm so ashamed, I can't let people see this part of me. That's your gift right there. That which you are trying to hide from the world, that's your gift right there. I remember when I even started hosting shows with my hair, I always had that pressure of, I think I need a weave, and I thank God, no offense, I'm just saying, I thank God, by the way, I got into content creation when I was broke. True story, because when you are broke, the rest, it's a bonus. What unaenda even because you have bills to pay and you have classes to pay for. So I thank God I got into it when I was broke, because even if, no matter how pressured I was, at the end of the day, I had to do it because I needed to earn a living, right? And then at the end of the day, as you continue hosting these shows, you are like, kumbe my hair is beautiful, right? You start loving yourself because then you start to realize all those things I hated about myself, how I talk, how I relate with people, how I look like, those are your strengths. So today, that video, like Rosina, that video that you are so scared of uploading, I want to challenge you to go and do it. And do not worry about whether you get views or not. Consistency, as she said, it's very important for you to be consistent. And when we were in the briefing room, I used the analogy of Tom Bailey from Impact Theory, and he said something important that stayed with me from 2016. If you are grinding on Monday, you are grinding on Tuesday, you are grinding on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Imagine if you do that for 6 months, consistency, as she said. If you do that for 6 months, whether people like it or not, you are going to be somewhere ahead. So it's not something that should be your backup plan. What if you dedicate time and you're like, you commit? She spoke about people love loyalty. You commit to putting things out there. Eventually, people will see this girl by day, she's not giving up. And people will start appreciating your work ethic, your effort, and what you are putting out there. So that video that you are hiding today, the one that you are so scared of uploading because you are not sure what will people say, my nose is fat, sijui my hair. No, you see, yeah, true story. You know, you even tell your editor, niweke kwa hii shot. Ile shot nilitumia sijui tumbo yangu ilikuwa inakaa. You're like, ile shot nilitumia sikuwa nimekaa vizuri. You're laughing because you know it's the truth, yeah? So that which you are scared of putting out today, how about you put it out there? And then we are like 200 in a room, right? If during the networking session you tell people what the name of your channel is, and we dedicate time. I know there are some of you watching me and you've not subscribed to my channel. Just go show a bit of love, show a bit of support, and then when people subscribe or they tell you subscribe, it's going to put them somewhere in the algorithm. It's going to make people see their work more. So if that's the value add we give to each other today, let's just subscribe, then like, and leave a comment. That way, people start seeing this video more often. I'm sorry, yeah, that's it.
No, I understand. When she's doing her show, she's not the one talking. So today, anyway, I think she's mentioned about the algorithm. And that's the one question I usually get. YouTube algorithm. How are you able to deal with it? Number one, let me tell you, there's more than one algorithm on YouTube. There are 6 of them. But the main reason why those algorithms exist is so that people can stay on YouTube even longer. Remember that.
You said your YouTube channel is Daniel Mutuko. So guys, just go to Daniel Mutuko and subscribe, yeah? Alright, so it was about
50K.
It was about the breakthrough video for me, and just base it to what's around me. So I did a video in 2018 or 2017, I could be wrong, and it was how street women in Kenya deal with periods, yeah? And it was me walking, we were going to Globe Kupanda Matatu, and I was with my director, and we were coming from Westland, so you know how there's traffic around that road. So as we were pandai, ndio tuende tupate matatu there, Koja. I remember we bumped into some street women. And you know how they will just buy you, nipatie bomb, madam, leo nipatie maziwa, mtoto, ABC. And I had very serious cramps, and it was raining. And I'm just looking at these women, and I'm looking at myself, and I'm like, hey, what happens when these women are right here, and they have cramps, and they are nini uko? How do they even cope? So I talked to my person, Ed, and I was like, Ed, tunaweza pata wapi familia tujue how they deal with periods. And the stories we had on how they deal with that period of their time, they were really emotional. So when we put it out there on social media, we were really scared because first, it was a wanakula. And you know how people just like, periods, all those things. So I did not even upload it during the time when we were supposed to, at 12. I uploaded that video at 9 p.m. So by the time we were coming back the next day, the video had gone viral. And people were like, where can we drop parts? Where can we do this and this and this? So fortunately or unfortunately, that was my breakthrough video. And it communicated the essence of doing content for the common person, the person that is just right there next to us. And I remember I bumped into one of the girls. By then, if you are going through Tuskys and you go City Markets, you know City Market? I don't know if it's still Tuskys. I bumped into her, and she's one of the girls we featured from the street family. She's selling some really nice household items there. And when she came to me, I could not remember where this girl I've seen her from. And she's like, ulitufanyia video kama Ringo, alafu tulikuwa tunataka pads. And someone saw that and transformed her life. And now she's selling some really nice household items outside Tuskys. So maybe that's also a way of you not assuming. When your gut feeling asks you to do some type of content, even if that content is like madhoroganio to other people, you just do it and put it out there. It could be your breakthrough video. Yeah, so I hope I've answered you. Bye.